Hi there, I'm Smiljana and this is PetarSmiljana Qigong channel. As you can see, I'm sitting in a squat, and in this video I will show you how you can gradually get into a flat-footed squat. I will also explain why squatting is useful for your Qigong practice and for your health in general. For this exercise, you need 1 to 2 minutes per day. The majority of people all over the world, except our Western world, use instead of chair a squatting position, or they sit on the ground in different postures. And yes, even when they are older, they are able to get into a squat or sit on the floor and pick different objects from the floor. But many Western people, even younger, are not enough mobile and elastic to get into a squat. So let's start with benefits that squatting practice can bring you. It helps you to maintain flexible your pelvis, hips, knees and ankles. It helps you to activate muscles, fascia, tendons of your rear part of the legs and back. By practicing squats, you can improve your horse stance and you can also prepare yourself for wall squatting. When you squat down, you bring the most yang and the most yin poles of your body closer together, and the whole energy system starts to balance. A regular squatting also helps you to open your spine, improve your digestion, and helps you with constipation, etc. The list of benefits is long. Few advices before we start. First, make sure that you wear loose trousers or shorts, something like this. If not, it may hinder your motion, or in the worst scenario, your trousers may tear apart. If it is possible, be barefooted. Make sure that the space behind you is empty, so that if you lose balance, you can simply roll back. I can't show you this. Here is not enough space. Use only 70% of your current capability. Respect your limits and be gentle with your body. Your initial goal should be to improve your mobility and flexibility and not to get into a full squat. Take your time. And also a warning, if you already have issues with your hips, knees or ankles, please consult the expert before you decide to try this exercise. Doing a squat looks very simple, but only when you are used to. When you are going down, your buttocks are sinking down, and let the tailbone to lead you down to the floor. Use your arms to maintain your balance. And when you get into a squat, your armpits rest on your knees. In this squat, your feet have to be flat on the ground all the time. You don't have to lift your heels. When you go down, pay attention that your knees are not moving too much forward and they are not crossing the line of the toes. You shouldn't feel pressure in your knees. Remember that getting into a squat is a process and it could be very challenging and tricky, and it takes a lot of time, so don't despair. Your first goal is to find out what are your limits. You stand in a shoulder width apart and go down as much as you can comfortably without lifting your heels. It doesn't matter if it's just a half squat or less. Just try this movement. If it is necessary, you can also hold with your hands a firm fence or maybe a small tree trunk or a door jamb. And you can just hold this and try to go down as much as you can without lifting your heels. I don't have something like this here, but you have an idea what I mean. Slowly you will improve and this won't be necessary anymore. Try to practice this movement with holding something or without for a minute or two per day, just going down as much as you can, comfortably and up. Just your buttocks are going down, and then a bai hui, from bai hui you are lifting up. Some people can't go into a squat if they have their feet in a shoulder width apart. Usually they have to step wider, but be careful, don't exaggerate because of your knees, and instead you can only move a little bit apart your toes. And then you can try to do squat like this. But when you feel more comfortable, try to do it in a shoulder width apart so that the knees, ankles and hips are aligned. A lot of people can get into a squat, but only if they lift their heels. Let's see from here. Like this. Usually this is because your rear part of the body is shortened, especially leg muscles. Don't stay in a squat with your heels lifted. Put something under the heels. It can be a book or a piece of wood or whatever. When you can get into a full squat but you feel considerable strain, stay there only for a few seconds and then slowly stand up. When you feel more comfortable, try to stay a little bit longer, maybe 10 to 15 seconds, and use a gentle rocking motion. You can start to gently rock forward and backward, forward and backward. And you can try also rock from side to side. And you can try also to rock around your imaginary line that is going through your spine. This rocking motion enables different groups of muscles to alternately switch from active state to rest, and reduces the strain that you eventually feel. Gradually extend the time of squatting at least 1 minute or 2. And then even more if you feel so. I often use a squatting position to rest, and people who don't know me really well, they kindly offer me a chair, and then I have to explain them that thank you, but I feel really perfectly comfortable. I'm sure that when you have mastered the squatting, you will use it very often and you will enjoy it. May the Chi be with you.